you get a total of 180 resin every 24 hours. And it's capped at 160, so 20 of it already goes to waste. I'm gonna put you guys on the best way to spend it so you can build as many characters as you want. This video will help you if you're a beginner player, an intermediate player, and maybe even if you're an advanced or expert player. But before this video starts, could y'all like, subscribe, and even turn on notifications because I do stream here on this YouTube channel if y'all would like to come by. The first thing I'm gonna tell you guys is not to spend any resin in artifact domains until you pass AR 45. The reason why is you do not get guaranteed 5 stars until 45. You should be worried about guaranteed statistics like your talents, your weapon, and even your levels before you worry about artifacts at all. So the first thing I'm going to talk about are weapons. Most, if not all, the weapons I bring to Spiral Abyss are level 90. There are some exceptions like Thrilling Tales where you don't really need any of the stats on this weapon, just a passive. Now I know my Skyward Spine is still level 80, but I just got this on stream the other day and I'm currently working on leveling it. So what I'm trying to say is just get your weapons to level 90, they are guaranteed statistics, it's not going to be a waste of resin to level most weapons to 90. Okay, let me get into talents and make sure you guys don't get baited with talents. I'm going to use some characters as examples as well. Let's start with someone like Xiao or someone like Itto. Both of these characters are on-field DPSs who use their normal attacks, their skill, and their ultimate to do all the damage. So when it comes to leveling up talents, you want to level up all three. However, there's characters like Shogun and Child who do on-field damage, but their normal attacks aren't going to be used. Most of their damage comes from their ultimate and their skill. Then there's another off-field DPS, Xingqiu, who does all of his damage from his burst. However, his skill has pretty high scaling and you still want to level it. Then there's a character like Bennett who's only used for his burst and nothing else. There are also some exceptions in the game like Kazuha. Kazuha is an off-field support and could do a lot of damage if you level up his skill and his burst. However, for him, he plunges after using his skill, so you do want to level up his normal attacks to get insane plunge damage. There are also characters like Sucrose who you don't even need to level up their talent once and she will perform insanely well and do her job really well. And then there are characters like Kuki Shinobu, where her main job is just to apply Electro and heal you. So if you don't really need the healing, you don't even need to level up her talents as well. I currently needed the healing, so I leveled mine up to 5. So that's pretty much the best way I could sum up the talents is by not getting baited into upgrading the wrong things. When it comes to artifacts, everyone's gonna have exceptions to their accounts. But the main two domains you should be spending all of your resin on are the Emblem domain and the Gilded domain. These two domains are so valuable to your accounts. The 4-piece Deepwood, the 4-piece Gilded are so valuable to any account because they are best in slot or second best in slot on so many different characters. If you don't already know, Emblem's best in slot for any character where the damage comes out of their burst only. For example, Shogun, Xingqiu, Beidou, and Xiangling can all use the Emblem domain as their best in slot. And the Shimenawa's 4-piece might not be the best and only best in slot maybe on Yoimiya, but the 2-piece is so valuable on your account, and keep watching the rest of the video and I'll explain why. So first I will start with the Emblem domain. The 2-piece is very underrated. 20% energy recharge is so valuable, but the 4-piece is best in slot on so many characters who are still top tier to this day. Like I said earlier, Xingqiu, Shogun, Xiangling, and Beidou all can be used currently in meta teams. There are also many characters that can use a 2-piece like Yunjin. But everyone already knows how good the Emblem domain is. But what people don't know is how strong Shimenawa is, especially since they changed the strong box back in 3.0. For example, my Child's best in slot is 4-piece Heart of Depth, but since I don't have great substats on his pieces, I only use a 2-piece and a 2-piece Gladiator. I know it's not Shimenawa, but it's the same 2-piece set, so it's fine. And the reason why I do this is because my substats on these artifacts are a whole lot better than it would be on a 4-piece. The main stats are the same, but substats are super important, especially for a main DPS. So pretty much, I'm spending most of my time in Emblem or Gilded domains and using the bad artifacts in Strongbox for characters like him, for characters like Zhao, and even characters like Fischl. If you're trying to build a Dendro team / Dendro characters, all your time needs to be spent on Gilded. You could put any character on Deepwood. Even some characters that aren't Dendro characters like Kokomi can be used on Deepwood just to decrease Dendro resistance. And on top of that, Gilded is either best in slot or second best in slot on so many characters like Alhaitham, On-Field Nahida, Kuki, and Yeimiko. Now you might be asking yourself, what about a character like Itto for example, where his artifact you cannot strongbox, and on top of that his domain sucks too because no one's really using the artifact. Well, I say if you really like a character like Itto, then go for it. Use all of your resin on that artifact. That's fine, as long as you know what pieces to keep and what pieces to throw away. I'm gonna try to sum this up in pretty much a very short video. Stick to the emblem domain, stick to the gilded domain, and strongbox every bad artifact you get. Every useless artifact you get, strongbox it. Make sure you know which ones are useful. Make sure you know which ones are useless. Make sure you lock the good ones. If you have a character like Kazuha, who's an amazing character, you want to build him, do what I did, go into the Verdescent domain, and just do it until you can get triple EM, or even double EM and throw on an off piece. It's pretty simple, but I want to make sure y'all are still having fun with the game. If someone like Child is your main and you love that character so much, then going for the 4-piece isn't going to hurt you. But for me, he's not my favorite character. I don't need the 4-piece. I'm going to keep him on the 2-piece. So pretty much to sum up this video, just try not to get baited by the game. I know it's very easy and I know I leveled up some stuff I shouldn't have, but pretty much just don't level up anything you shouldn't. Don't level up anything you're not going to use, because resources and especially resin are the hardest thing to manage in this game. I know how you feel. I want to build everybody on my account too, but I can't. Well, like other than Amber. Anyways, if y'all did enjoy the video, again, make sure to like, subscribe. I stream most times here on this YouTube channel, and it would be nice if y'all could join. So take care, y'all.